Aloha y'all, guys, gals, gays, and theys, and welcome back to my channel. It is time for another handbag rotation. Although there may not be too many videos between the last one that I have done, time has passed. And this particular rotation, I am going in, and this has become, the handbag rotation has become a really great way for me to assess the value and the practicality that my handbags bring to me on a day-to-day basis. For those of you who don't know, I am a recovering over consumer. And so there are a lot of things that I have purchased over the years that I have purchased to have rather than assessing how much use I will actually get out of it. And so in using these handbags, it has been truly trial by fire about ones that are like, ooh, I love this. We've seen ones that I'm like, this is a end-all be-all holy grail everyday handbag for me. And then others that I'm like, you know, I thought I loved this and I like the style and I like the aesthetic, but it has this thing that makes it annoying for me to use. And those being able to actually know in my mind what I like in user, and rather than what I like, what it looks visually and how it looks sitting on a pedestal. If you have not seen or are interested in seeing my previous handbag rotation videos, I will leave those linked down below. But with that being said, let's just get into this rotation, and let me tell you, we've had quite a few that have just aren't pulling their weight the way that I would like them to, at least for me and what I'm looking for in a handbag. However, we are starting out strong with this beautiful, I believe this is part of the Nile collection, this faux croc embossed from Dooney and Burke. It is in this gorgeous, gorgeous green color. This is pretty similar to the color Malachite that Mulberry has released fairly recently. And it just does all sorts of things for me. It's got the really cute detail here. I love this. Y'all know I am a slut for any kind of buckle. And honestly, this thing, oh wow, ooh, piece of candy. I was wondering where this was because I'm going to talk about it in the favorites. All right, there we go. But this handbag holds a great amount. It's got my wallet in there. I'll have a bag with my chapsticks or any kind of lip products that I'm carrying. I'll have a lotion, a facial spray, a bag with any sort of feminine things that I need. It comes to a nice kind of like a triangular shape here. It sits perfectly, exactly where I would want it to. I'm finding that I love bags that I can carry on my elbow and bags that can be like a crossbody, but I am really loving for a day-to-day, just a nice handbag like this. I love the Coach Soho. That's a perfect example of just perfect size, perfect shape, perfect structure. And this one here, I pulled it out and I was like, you have it, you need to use it. This was like my version, instead of having a Fendi baguette, I'm like, this is kind of similar in shape. It's got that nice detail there. Something that draws the eye in. I do like the embossed leather, and I love the fact that it's embossed, but it is an embossed patent, which is basically, it's like, okay, you take a nice piece of leather and then you ruin it. And this is just kind of like the Coach Soho. It's perfect, flap, just a big old bag there. It only has one zippered pocket, which looking for some pens too. And then sort of like, I guess what would be like a cell phone. That's where I would drop my keys. Just really fantastic, really perfect. I love the pop of color. I mean, even with that, a nice neutral brown and then a big old fucking pop of color. And y'all know it's not a handbag rotation if I don't talk about at least one crazy vintage Coach. This one was made in, I believe, 98. This is the Janice Legacy. Coach is fantastic with, they'll take like Legacy or Hamilton or Soho and then make a whole bunch of iterations from it, but it's all called Legacy. I love this one because it's not just a slim straight down. It really kind of balloons out on the bottom and it holds a lot. Sometimes I just need a basic ass crossbody, and these just truly are just absolutely perfect. I adore, y'all know, the glove tanned leather, the buckle detailing. I am a bag slut for absolutely everything that this brings. The color is perfection. And I just really do love the quality of these. I could just talk about it all day, every day. This is one that I knew I loved. I mean, the vast majority of my truly, truly vintage Coach bags, now I'm talking 20 years and more, is just sort of a continuous love letter to how much I really adore them. Big, I love just how just great the zippers are on these. They're just so fucking sturdy. Big, roomy, lots of space. Perfect for if I'm actually going out somewhere. I need to be practical, but also really cute. This matches so many of my different shoes. Just, again, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, amidst all of that perfection, we have had several that have just, I mean, sometimes it's like, oh, well, I'm kind of just not a fan. These were ones that I used them, and I like to use them for a couple weeks each to really get an idea fresh in my mind. But these ones, I was using them and I was like, I need to stop using this. This is not bringing me joy. One of which being this lovely, wonderful, fantastic, I believe it's called Pequin, I don't know, this striping here from Fendi. It does have, I took it off because it was really heavy, but it has this lock here that opens with this little key on the side. And it is cute. It is adorable. You would think with size and shoulder and structure, this is pretty similar to Coach Soho. You know, it's kind of got that same structure, that same aesthetic going on. But I don't know if it's the material. It just, I put stuff in it and I'm pretty heavy-handed with how much stuff I put in my handbags, and it just kind of made like this, and it wasn't really intuitive. I mean, it's very light. If you have the key, the lock on here, it really drags it down, and it's really heavy, and it was much more irritating than anything. I found myself fussing with it a lot more and just not really loving how it laid and how it felt. It's just, unfortunately, I probably overpaid for this when I got it. I will be listing this on my Mercari for a pretty competitive price because it does have a fair amount, I guess, to collectors, what would be considered significant wear. I don't know if you can see on there, you know, just to when it comes to high-end designer handbags, the more wear that it has, the less likely it is to sell. But this one, I'm honestly not gonna lie, was a bit disappointing because I was like, ooh, I love the handbag, I love the shape, and just with the material it's made out of, and it just, again, it was just kind of underwhelming. Whereas I used the Coach Soho, the Legacy, the Dooney and Burke, it just brought me so much more confidence when I wore those. Whereas this one, I'm like, it's pretty. I used a lot of money to buy this, but it just isn't it for me, which is, like I said, honestly a bit disappointing for how much I paid for it, for how cute it is. It's not giving me what I want. There's a good sign of wear right there. I think I really did overpay for this thing. This was a fairly earlier on in my designer handbag acquiring. This is definitely one that Soraya of today would not have paid that much for it, and probably would not have purchased. Honestly, definitely pay attention to what you like and what you know. I feel like sometimes we get caught up in, oh, you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And I'm like, if you're going for the same things, it's not necessarily because you're just staying and you like what you fucking like. And unfortunately, this one just does not pass the bill. It just, again, that buckle just makes it so heavy. Just, no, it's a no for me, dog, I'm afraid. And another truly unfortunate, it's a no for me, is this Mulberry Roxanne. You all know I love I Live, Breathe, and Die by the Mulberry Bayswater. I love the belted Bayswater. I have a Mulberry Alexa. And while I love this sort of chevron detail here, I mean, this is an extremely attractive bag. I think it does fall under. I saw a video on Instagram talking about like it girl bag energy, and I feel like this kind of has that, what is considered a it girl popular bag. It's got a lot of fantastic details like these pockets, the buckle here. It's got a whole lot of buckles, which you would think, as someone who is as much of a slut for a buckle detail as I am, this one, it's got this, which I am not a huge fan of, this just fucking hanging out around like that. And then you open it up, it's got the flap here and then the flap here, which is a fantastic, like Mulberry does. This is a big, giant bucket bag of leather. It's just a whole big hole in there. It's not got any kind of pockets or anything. It's just more of that beautiful, again, I cannot stress enough how much I love this. I think it is very 1960s, 1970s. I like the fact that maybe it was white to begin with, but now it's this cream and it looks beautiful with the tan and the brown. Again, it looks great with matching shoes. I've got shoes that are both this color and this color that work real well, but it just didn't make me happy when I was using it. And when it comes to a handbag, as much as a handbag is is a status symbol, is a style statement, if I don't feel happy when I'm using it for its intended purpose, which is to haul my shit around, is it really worth it? Luckily, I didn't pay too much for this, considering it is Mulberry, because it is older. I think I paid around $180 for this, so this will also be on my Mercari for a sellable price. It's got a lot of life left into it. It's really nice leather. I'm not a huge fan of the way that this buckle comes around like this, because then you got this and then it doesn't come up entirely like that. I just found myself fussing with it more than I really wanted to, versus I can really tell when I've got a bag that I'm like, yes, this is user friendly. This is an intuitive design for what I like, and for as cute and attractive as it is on the arm or even carried like this. The handles are a little teeny tiny, but kind of Olsen twinning it to Starbucks, as it were. It's just, I'm like, I have it, I wanted to use it. I don't look at it and it makes me think, oh yeah, I enjoy the style as well as the practicality and just using it. If it causes me more of a headache and more agitation than joy, even just in, looking at it, even if it's pretty on the arm, I can't get over how I was using it and I was like, I don't really like it. I want to use something else. And if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about anything in your wardrobe, just take the loss, move forward, and then take moving forward with other handbags, knowing what you like and what you don't like. Then I had one that honestly surprised me a bit. This is a Coach Swagger, which it's really cool. It's really pretty. I love the color. It's got this, there we go, subtle homosexual stitching going on there. I don't know if this was part of any of their Pride collection or anything like that. Coach does do Pride collections and collaborations. It's got fantastic details. I love what are these guys? Feet. My brain hurts. It's got a real nice Coach hang tag there. I do find it funny that they've got these. Oh, there we go. But it's just the one. It's why do we make it detached like that and try to be like, ooh, we're so mimicking Hermes with the fucking flap thing here, but it's just the one, Coach. It's just the one. And while I do find that it was, you know, it looks kind of nice on the arm. It's a little tight here to have on the elbow there. It's got a real nice, very effective crossbody. And I use this one, the majority, as a crossbody option. But again, kind of coming into that really curating out of the handbags that I bought to have and really thinking about and using, like, if I'm going for a crossbody, well, this is nice. It's pretty. I like a lot of the details to it. Am I gonna be reaching for this over that Legacy that I showed y'all? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's got a real nice, real great zipper. It holds it a whole lot of stuff in here. It's got a pocket there, a pocket here. I don't know, when was this one made? I'm not entirely sure how to figure out when this one was made because it doesn't have a serial number on this. I know this is definitely a newer, definitely contemporary Coach, which I am not as big of a fan out of my contemporary Coach. I do have one that I love and that I am keeping, but I am just finding that when it comes to buying Coach, I really like that 2006 and beyond, like 2006 and back. I find that that's really where the quality and the styles that I like very much exist within. And I used this one a whole heckin' a lot when I got it. I used it a lot of times going to trips to Vienna / Washington, D.C. with my girlfriend. And so pulling this one in, I was like, oh, I love this one. This one is great. And while it's still really nice, it's a nice bag, it'll be on my Mercari for a song, but just compared to other things, it was just, again, if I have other bags that I love more, I just don't think I'm going to be reaching this for as much as I do. I do love the rainbow stitching and I do love the look of it, but I just, again, if it's kind of a versus other ones that are, oh yeah, it just kind of speaks for itself. Next up is a bag. While I was going through and sorting through, I have some of my bags that are in bins and I was just going through and like, oh, what do I have here? What do I have here? I have a old, reliable, big things come in small packages. This is just this is Fossil. I got this for, I think, like $7 at my local food bank thrift store. And this is the little bag that could. Not only is it very cute, it looks adorable on the arm. Unfortunately, I can't shoulder bag it, but I don't mind just carrying it like this because it is smaller. But this thing can hold so much in it. You got a pocket here. You got a pocket here. You got pockets on the side. Inside, you got two compartments. We got a pocket down the middle, and then we got a pocket. It just holds so much. Like I said, this is the little handbag that could. I love the little keychain, the little key there. I think I'm not entirely sure which one is supposed to be the back or the front. I kind of like carrying it like this just because I think it has more interest and detail that way. And this is just one of those things that's like, I love my designer bags. I love my high-end bougie bags. I've got Vivienne Westwood. I've got Tory Burch. I've got Fendi. I've got Gucci. I have Mulberry. But if it's good, it's good. I feel like we get often caught up in just the like, oh, if it's designer, it's automatically not the case. Absolutely not the case. If it's a good bag, it's a good bag. And this is one of those ones that's just, again, it has so much value per square inch on this thing. It is beautifully crafted. The leather is gorgeous and supple. I would say this leather is just as good as some of the Dooney and Burke I have, some of the Coach. It's just super sturdy. It was definitely used when I got it, has been used and abused by me now. I think it could probably do for a cleaning and a little bit of conditioning. It is amazing how much you can do to a bag with just a little bit of TLC. Not only reviving a bag, but also continuing the wear and the use of it. If you take care of it, gonna have it for a longer time. Again, $7. It's just so cute. It's so practical. It carries so much shit in it, and it was $7, and I hold it in just as high esteem as I do my other bags, and that's why it has maintained. And this was just I love that bag. Let me pull it out and use it. Let me reaffirm my love for you. And I guess they were established in 1954, which is what it says on the little fob right there. Well, 1954 meet 2025, and I absolutely love it. This was just a pick up, use, and just, again, reestablishing. It is interesting. I was like, I love this one, and I used it, and it was great. But then this one was like, I love it, and I'm like, well, it's still nice. It's a great handbag, but it's just not as much of a love, which I feel like does, this one was a lot more expensive, but I like this one more. All right, folks, and there we have it. I know it hasn't been that much time between my last rotation, but with using these ones and knowing that I was going to be putting them on my Mercari or taking them to consignment, I really wanted to get this one out because I was using them and I'm like, I'm not as much of a fan of you, and now you're taking up space that could be utilized for handbags that I already own that I love because I have too many. I am trying to curate. I am trying to have satisfaction with the handbags that I own, that I know I love, that when I use them, like, ooh, yes, I feel like fashion. And it's fun using different things, and it has been a really great utensil for me to be able to, again, really affirm what I like and then take that moving forward and know not to just buy bags because, ooh, that's aesthetically pretty, or ooh, it's popular. It's like, what do I like and what will I use? Is it serving me? I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts about these handbags. Let's start a discussion for the 50 of you that will probably see this. Thank you so much. I love each and every single one of you. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!